my name is Bas. I'm from Holland originally. I live in Bhutan right now, where I work as a youth program development consultant assistant at the GNet Center. My specific task is to come up with ideas and programs that would help young people to connect to living a more holistic life and to really bring an experience and an understanding and an empowerment of how to implement social change and service.
How came you up to live and work in Bhutan? How did it happen?
Well, I heard about the GNet Center and then I got really excited because I felt like a lot of similar or like kin thoughts had been going through my mind. Basically, I sent an email and I said, "You have a place." They said, "Right, no, not really." And then I planned a whole different course for my life, and then just before I was about to leave on a completely different journey, they got back to me, "So you're still interested?" And I said, "Hell yeah."
And how's life in Bhutan? What are your experiences?
It's funny to live in a culture that has been in a way very isolated for a long time, which has been really well preserved in one way, but it's also kind of finding a new way towards the modern world, really. And in your life, it's just, I think Thimphu, where I live most of the time, it's just a place like any other place, really.
And what are the reactions of the Bhutanese people to the GNH system?
Well, like people everywhere, you have different kinds of people that say, right, GDP is we should go for that. Happiness is something we do in our private time. But we also have a lot of people that are really inspired by it and want to take action upon it. I think there's a challenge for the whole world to start thinking about a new way of doing development. And I think Bhutan has come up with quite extraordinary initiatives.
Do you think it's realistic to build a ministry or commission of happiness and well-being in Germany or in Europe?
I think it's huge important to have a focal point, because there's a lot of initiatives, and I think there's in Europe I think in many of the developed world, we have kind of underdeveloped our everything else except for striving towards economic growth. There's a huge need of something that gives some different voice and awareness and kind of spreads a message that says, wait a minute, we are a new generation, a young generation who want to work towards a more happy and holistic way of life. Like, not money is the goal or not career is the goal, but happiness is the goal. And it's time for us to take up new responsibility and to go on.
Coming back to your tasks at the GNH Center, what do you do? Can you give us some examples of activities, of things you organize? What I've been doing so far is really sensing what can be done, really. And now arriving at the point where I can say, all right, these are concrete commitments. One of them is what I did before was organizing mindfulness workshops a little bit, which is a really nice way to interact with people. You kind of help people to start thinking about themselves, who they are as a group of young people in the present moment, as a generation, and to say, right, what are the challenges right now, and how do we ideally want to move into the future? I think it's really about changing the story of the way we want to see the future and of how we can bring that change to get there. Because there's a lot of beautiful talk, but if you're only talking the talk and not walking your walk, but we have to walk beautifully, because if we don't do anything, then there's no living experience or living example of how we change the way we work, how we change the way we live, how to change the way we relate to each other, how the way we change our relationship to nature. We need to become aware and then have more action oriented, but also come to the sense of, right, there's a whole other fulfillment in life that doesn't really come from working 10 hours at your job and doing that 6 days a week. And last question is a short question, but not very easy. What makes you happy?
Doing what I do. being here in this place, really enjoying that, really, and appreciating that. And also I love to be in nature, I love to learn new things, doing ways, lots of stuff, being with my family, my friends, playing, dancing, eating. Spread your inspiration. You have an initiative that is that's like coming about, right? I think there's a great need within Europe, within the whole Western world, to say, all right, we need to tell a different story about development, about happiness, about what does it mean to be together and all this stuff. And good luck.